Hello everybody, welcome to another First to 7 online set with XiaoHai versus all sorts of people from Asia, sent to us officially by the GZDojo team. We're going to be doing some official English commentary here, and I say we because it's me, James Chen, and I am joined by...
Olaf, hi!
So, obviously, both of us big, huge fans of KOFXV. And, using one of your favorite characters is MOK here, MOK, using B-Jenny or B-Jenny, B-Janet, however you want to pronounce her name.
At this point, it's kind of just however you want to say it, but the Kula v Kula point is going to really settle a lot of what happens for the pace of the match. Kula is getting to become a really dominant point character. You're seeing her everywhere. And if you can just build momentum, it lets you do a lot.
Yeah, it just seems like to me these days it feels like Kula is... I mean, she might be like top 1, top 2 point character at this point. No pun intended.
It depends on who you ask, but I think a lot of China is starting to see her as the best point end statement.
Yeah, and a lot of it comes down to the fact that she uses very little meter, gets corner carry for free, basically. See, here we go, into slide, into spinny again, and guess what? You're in the corner. Uh-oh, side switch on that one. But it doesn't matter, XiaoHai still gets the first character.
Just monstrous damage, solid neutral, has a DP, etc., etc. But let's see what this Janae can do.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, MOK is picking the right colors, Janae.
No bias here.
None at all. None at all. Yeah, see, there we go. No side switch this time. And yeah, this is what Kula can do, right? I mean, Janae, obviously a very solid character. Finally, only now just getting a hit.
Yeah, but like, look at that damage.
Yeah.
So, one bar gets 50% and OP.
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously fought your Janae a bunch of times, and yeah, this character is a problem.
Ooh, is that death? That's death. That's death. That super does not mess around.
Jeez, was that level 1 or level 2?
Level 1. Level 1 kick super.
Alright, well, XiaoHai.
So that's her stronger super. Most characters in this game have a super that does about 180 and a super that does 200 as their level 1s. That's her 200.
Got it. Okay. And Shermie, of course. It's interesting because I know both of us think Shermie is pretty strong, but she's kind of not seen as very super powerful by a lot of the players in the KO. My sentence was cut short by XiaoHai and his amazing reads. What the heck?
So, I mean, apparently the thing is that Shermie can get kind of bullied, but if she can keep herself from being bullied, she can take control pretty well. She has a couple of phenomenal buttons, and all of her specials answer something.
Right.
So 1 or 2 good reads can mean death, and she's one of the characters that gets 1 touch, burns her meter, and you're already dead.
And speaking of...
Exactly.
We've got Cronin here who, you know, we were talking about Kula, but, I mean, at this point, I think it's probably clear to say that Cronin is the best anchor in the game.
Free.
If not the best character, because, XiaoHai is probably going to be able to finish him off here.
Yeah,
the climax still available.
Yep. It's going to be close. It's close. It's close. It might, though. Yeah. Because the thing is about Shermie, too, is that her combos are short enough that she's not going to scale quite as hard, even with that quick max. But even with that quick max, that still might have been minimum damage.
Oh, man, well...
Well, yeah, of course it would. It's, you know, because it was, level 3s, the climaxes traditionally do in the ballpark of 450.
Mm-hmm.
All supers, minimum scale down to 50% of that. So it means you can rest assured that probably did 225 and he had less health than that.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Because it's all one hit, right? That whole climax is one hit.
Yep.
And again, you know, look, obviously, this GZDojo, this is XiaoHai's team over here and stuff like that. And, you know, I mentioned this in the last video we commentated, you know, XiaoHai probably going to win a large majority of the set. Trust me, I don't think it's them being biased sending us over winning sets, because I think XiaoHai just wins almost every set that he plays these days.
Yeah, it's you'd be really hard pressed to find someone who disagrees with the statement XiaoHai is the best KOF15 player in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I had mentioned the last video too that, you know, if he could make it to Evo, I'm still not 100% sure if China can make it to Evo. He might be the only player I would pick the field over the rest of the tournament of any game that's there. I mean, that's how ridiculous he is at this point in time. But of course, you know, yeah.
Kula touched you.
And that's the other thing too, is that her combos are so, like, they're in stages. You can decide how much meter you spend as you go, and you're like, you know what, I feel like killing here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's also that she's kind of got the same thing that old Vanessa did, where she builds so much of the bar back in the same combo.
Right.
So, like, yeah, she burned 1 or 2 EXs, but she built one whole one back too.
Yeah.
So you're back in the same position you didn't want to be in anyway. And she has way better neutral than Vanessa did. What?
What's he gonna do? Yeah, spin the
yeah.
bar. Yeah, that's dead, right? No,
Not
okay,
quite.
okay. And
But that is. So, yeah, and then her buffed 5C in the new patch, because it steps forward, so you just run forward 5C,
Okay.
and it's just one of her best buttons. Like, it's actually kind of ignorant. It's a good button.
I had forgotten how long Kula recovers after that DP, because her and K-Dash fly away, and it looks like that they're safe sometimes, but you have a lot of time to go and punish them.
But yeah, and then, so, like, you'll see what happens is MOK is using a lot of the Janae EXDP like that, because you get the automatic dive kicks, but it's also fast enough to confirm off of lights.
That was a cool setup right there. That sweep juggle into the fireball is kind of neat. Sorry,
I'm not going to toot my own horn on that.
Every time I see Janae backdash and the little heart comes out of there when she blows the
So
kills, I always think she's like, something's happening, like someone's throwing a projectile or something.
But yeah, just so for context on that, max range sweep with Janae, which also means works on juggle, automatically sets up meaty heavy fireball.
Right, gotcha.
It just works every time.
But here we go, Cronin again at this point. And God, that anti-air from Shermie is so good, the 2C.
XiaoHai is now just basically just trying to poke into a range where the next hit's going to be lethal. He might have gotten it.
This is not good.
Ooh, no, but it's going to be really close.
Yeah, but this is the whole thing where it's like, you don't care
Oh
how...
god! It did kill. It was the level 2, it did make it.
I was all ready to talk about, like, well, it doesn't matter because, you know, this is all free damage and da-da. No, he's dead.
But again, you watch the rest of that round. That was, I'm not going to burn any of my meter. I'm just going to try to bring you to the point where I'm convinced I can kill you on a touch.
Right, yeah. And that's where a lot of it comes from, too, because, you know, it's interesting when you talk to a lot of the high-level KOF players, they don't care about, like, how much damage a combo does. They care about, judging by your life, how many touches is it going to take to kill you, right? And so a lot of times you'd be like, let me spend all this bar. But they're like, if I spend less bar, I can still kill him in one more touch. So who needs to spend all this bar right now?
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, that's a lot of why, like, Cronin is so good on Anchor, is that he can burn everything, or he can burn, you know, half of it and rely on getting another touch later, because he has so many ways to, you know, get kind of oppression.
Right. Back to this Kula mirror here, of course.
Yeah, and again, I think that's kind of one of the reasons why Kula is really strong on point, is that she can apply some of the oppression, she can do the 2 to 3 touches no matter what her meter's at, and she's gonna get the hit, and she's probably gonna survive some of it by keeping you off of her.
Is that just like a single hit into the EX spin kick? But the EX spin kick is safe on block, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it is. It might be like single minus.
Right, yeah, so it's the other person's turn, but you can fish with it as a result.
Yeah, if you really want to get bold DP or something. Yeah. Yeah, and those combos, like, they're not free, but they're not the hardest thing in the world, and they do so much damage.
And it's interesting, because so if that up kick hits one time, you just go straight into the DP. If it hits twice, then you can do the little reflect into the DP afterwards.
Well, it's not even, like, I'm talking about even just the kick fireball at the end.
Right, yeah.
Like, you have to manually time that.
Right, yeah, okay.
Whoop!
Okay.
Big damage.
Landing punch.
Oh, no, dropped it!
Okay, just goes for the quick EX crack shoot, basically.
Which is a really good point-blank overhead hard knockdown.
And that is one of the beautiful things about that EX spin kick is that you can just fish with it, and if it hits, you get this, right? Oh, man. I mean,
that was off of 3 2Bs.
Right, which is supposed to scale your combo.
You get the scaling from 3 hits, and each of those hits only does 15 damage.
Right.
Because they nerfed 2B universally. And it still killed. Oh no. Yeah. Read that one.
I mean, you know what the crazy thing is right now? If you ask me, because we saw it, I know the answer to this, but if you actually ask me who XiaoHai's last character is right now, we still don't know.
I mean, let's be honest. We know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Cronin.
Yeah. That is fair.
XiaoHai likes winning.
Yeah, but what's cool about it is that, you know,
oh my god.
Yeah, and you know what? Is this OCB?
Yep. This Mac Range 2B and EX Hurricane, just do it.
I've been forgetting to update the score. I'm sorry. It's 3 now.
Well, I mean, the game does it for us.
Yeah, it's true, but still, I should be updating it here anyway. So 3-0 here. It's been going so quickly.
I kind of really want to review her patch notes to see what they changed that made her so strong overnight. Besides the reflect juggles, because I didn't think they changed Ray Spin that much.
Right, exactly. And I remember before the patch, like people were kind of considering, like she wasn't. Like, people were talking about, I want my Kula buffed, you know, oh, R.I.P. Kula.
The only thing I didn't like about her was that her jump is floatier than it's ever been.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Everything else, I was like, yeah, it's Kula.
Oh, man. But yeah, I mean...
Again, if you're a KOF player, there's 2 kinds of people. People who play Kula and people who hate her.
It's true. And, these are 2 people who play her, obviously, right now.
I mean, they might be both. You can play her and say, like, this character's dumb, I hate her, but I'm gonna pick her.
It's true. I mean, look, if you want to win, you want to win. I mean, right now, VRT obviously was the initial team when the game first came out. Right now, it feels like the team is Kula, somebody, Cronin.
Yeah, and honestly, the second one, depending on who you ask, is most of the time you're gonna hear either Yashido or Janae. Most of the time.
Okay. It feels like the second one, and yeah, this is gonna be a 1st to 7. It feels like the person who's in second spot is your strong character that you personally like. You know?
I mean, yeah, because I mean that's a good way to build a team. Is the character that like you can get away with playing and you want to play the most because you gave them meter, but you have a safety net behind them.
Right. Oh, jeez. Just go for the raw Shatter Strike.
Oof.
In the corner, and yeah, I mean,
Shatter Strike is a super potent tool. Like, it gets out of like fake pressure strings, and again, raw Shatter Strike, the next hit doesn't scale at all.
Oh, right.
So you get big old damage if it works.
Now, obviously, you can't juggle them on the ground. The next hit is an airborne hit, but for a character like Kula with the EX spin kick, that is not an issue because that leads into a full combo anyway.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's crazy because, like, I want to analyze these matches and kind of talk about what it is that XiaoHai's doing right, but, you know, I was having a conversation with someone else, and it's just, XiaoHai is like, it's like he has KOF born into his blood or something, and I just feel like he just knows the game so well that the decisions and the reactions that he has are ridiculous. You remember, there was one point during Street Fighter V Season 1 where he was kind of considered or it might have been Season 1, that he was considered almost the strongest in Street Fighter V. And one of the things that he was doing was with Cammy, he was always heavy DPing through Ryu fireballs and kicking them in the face. You know, it's a lot of it really comes down to XiaoHai has some of the craziest reactions, I feel like.
Part reaction, part read, because the thing is, you'll see a lot from lower to mid-level players, like, you know, basically not XiaoHai, that you can go into a block string and then you throw out a fireball. And that's how you keep your block string safe. But the gap between everything you did and the fireball is actually not a true block string, and you can actually hop out of it. And so, like, you'll see in probably some of other XiaoHai's matches, he'll recognize that hop over fireball and people die.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, it's probably an injustice to say that it's just XiaoHai reactions, because clearly XiaoHai's reactions come from the anticipation. Yeah, right? Yeah, someone in the chat, Zephyr here, mentioning that, you know, it's crazy how 1 or 2 buffs away turn these characters so strong. We were definitely talking about that with Kula earlier,
and previous weeks ago with Janae. That's definitely the same thing. And the thing is, she got like 12 buffs, which make it hilarious. But it's only like 2 or 3 of them really were what mattered.
Yeah, and it's just, I know you and I have this conversation a million times, but it's like the Seth Killian thing where he just says, like, one small change can all of a sudden, like, a character can go from top to mid or mid to top. And, like, whenever people don't understand how subtle the changes can affect a character.
Yeah, I mean, just the nature of, like, take a 5C and you make it from, minus to single minus. Oh, I have a safe poke now.
Yep. Exactly.
How much that can change a character.
Oh, yeah. And so Kula here with just a couple of small buffs, and now she is, people consider her S tier for potentially, maybe, at this point. She is in the S tier, right? So
yeah, like, most people do think she's the best point in the game, and it's like, if you're the best blank in the game, you're probably the best. On the other hand, we finally got taking out Kula in round 1.
Yeah, MOK finally getting the first kill here with his Kula, so having a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, but now he's got to get through the wall of Shermie. And you saw, like, the first thing he did was hop CD. That wall of death.
Yeah, Shermie's hop CD is so good, dude. That thing is just like, I feel like it's active for like 7 bazillion frames.
It kind of is, and it's a very large hitbox. So it's literally, I'm gonna make sure you don't round 1 fight overextend. You didn't. Okay, hop forward hard kick. Okay, we're playing, and then just Shermie do Shermie things.
Oh yeah, no. Trust us, Gorilla Buttons. I mean, we've made the joke with the whole like McDonald's parallel kind of thing that Kula is the ice cream machine because she's always broken. Yeah. I mean, she's always been good in every game.
And then the time traveler means that Kula and Gato are good, so it's 2005.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Woo!
Yeah, Asia was playing a lot of Kula, I think, beforehand as well, too.
And then safe jump.
Oh, jeez.
And then get grabbed. That could be the end of Janae.
Dang. Yeah.
Just like that.
Dude, Shermie has some crazy routes, dude, with her combos.
Because everything works.
Yeah. Jeez, yeah. There was something we were talking about earlier that I kind of wanted to... Oh, no, that's right. I just wanted to talk about, XiaoHai. I mean, we've seen it, like, XiaoHai's decision, whether he goes for, like, short hops. Like, the last round, he began with a normal jump instead of a short hop. It's like I said, he's obviously been playing this game for a bazillion years. There's just... Like I said, if you ask XiaoHai to explain his logic why he does things, he probably couldn't do it. Oh my god, I can't believe that hit.
Yeah, but it hit late enough he could have comboed off it.
Oh yeah,
that was the late enough.
True.
Actually, no, that was only level 1. I don't think he could have actually.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look, it's Cronin.
What a surprise!
Oh yeah,
J-Rock Cronin.
We're definitely all curious to see how Orochi Shermie is gonna play. So.
That's the character I'm most excited of this game. Like, out of those 3, by far the one I want to play the most, because I actually play her in O2 UM. And I actually played her in O2 Vanilla, which, as we all know, is a mistake. But I like her.
Not good in that game.
She's bad.
Okay. Oh, dang, he even got that confirm. Okay, here we go, level 1. Didn't go to the level 2. See, again, why spend it now? It's gonna die on the next touch.
But now I have 5 EXDPs.
Right.
And I wasn't gonna kill you.
Right, exactly. So that's how a lot of players see it in this game. Because by the time you get to your anchor, it's pretty common to turn a single hit into something big. You just kind of look...
Ooh!
Yeah, that's good.
That's it.
Yeah, max activation and then arm!
Yeah, and the funny thing is, because of the nature of Cronin, both of them were 1 touch away from death.
Yeah. Actually, yes. But again, XiaoHai, I mean, this... We may be looking at a 7-0 here, potentially, you think?
I'm holding out hope. Like, we saw him get down to the anchor. Like, adjustments are being made. So... I'm holding out.
And this is one of the interesting things, right? I mean, obviously, XiaoHai, he's played this game, like, constantly. Like, GZDojo is sending me these videos, and he's playing everyone all the time.
He's played more first to 7s than I've played matches this week.
He's probably played more first to 7s in this game than I have in my life, you know? This guy is grinding the game.
Yeah. I really need to, like, I mean, you joked about he's been playing KOF for a bazillion years and stuff. I really want to know what his first KOF was that he took seriously, if it was 97.
It's a good question, actually. It's a good question. I mean, he's called XiaoHai, which basically means the kid, because he was just a little kid who showed up into arcades and started beating up everybody.
I mean, tale as old as time.
Yeah, basically.
Uh-oh.
Not enough to kill.
Ooh, both of them were like, not gonna make it that easy.
Just there.
Oop.
Dude,
right through.
You exactly said that, right? Knows it's not a block string. And so again, it's not necessarily reaction. It's he's anticipating that that's gonna happen, and so the reaction is that much easier to do.
It's kind of like you just hold block and do, you know, the DP motion. Oh, I see you putting your hand to your mouth. DP.
Yep, exactly.
And you can just you can buffer the start of the input, then you react to an animation, and it's a one button DP.
Yep. But if you're ready for it, that's the whole key right there. Yeah, we haven't seen XiaoHai drop that timing on the kick fireball at all yet. So
it's a skill you pick up, but it's not like the hardest.
Yeah, just to land a little bit. But okay, I like the way this Janae is looking. Put herself into the corner.
Oh, yep, and then he's like, I'm not about to get DP'd.
Yeah.
Out.
Oh, almost got landing punish there. And honestly, that...
Oh, you can't throw out the 2C that willy-nilly. He was hoping for a counter poke, I think.
Yeah, and the fact that Kula's crouching light kick hits that far and is cancelable is really...
Oh, no. Went for a hard read.
Yeah.
So that light DP is airborne invincible, but if you don't jump... Oops.
Yeah, and again, I mean, honestly, crouching light kick from Kula reaches so far, and the fact that it is cancelable, you do get a chance to land punish people from further away and such. Oh, and then that standing light kick. It's really just her light kicks are super good.
Always have been. But yeah, I mean, it's a similar thing as why people were struggling with Dolores when the game launched, too, is that her 2B is way bigger than you think it is.
Again, are we going to see another OCB here? I mean, is he going to spend the meter here?
I mean, you want to, but...
Yeah, because you just want to get this lead, bring him down as far as possible, even if his character dies.
Yeah, because also, I mean, getting that far still burned a little more time, hoping to let him recover a little less health. And yeah, like, what are you gonna do? Like, this situation hurts.
Yeah, and now you're gonna get one bar from the next character coming anyway. So XiaoHai might as well spend that. There's that wall again. Ooh, he was going for the hard reads again.
I mean, it was just that he happened to be just low enough so that he actually missed the startup. Similar to a safe jump concept.
Ooh, okay. Oh, here we go. Big damage here.
Nice.
I mean, spend everything, kill her. I mean, at this point, no. Okay, interesting. I figured the level 2 would have been enough to kill. Maybe not. He knows better than I do. He should be able to...
Oh, get grabbed, and that's it.
Game over. You should have killed her when you had the chance! Actually, that level 2 might not have... I mean, it does a lot of damage.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if you timed it right, then he would get the follow-up juggles as well. So, maybe, but he might have had to spend even a little more meter to guarantee it, which would have left him in a deficit in the Cronin Mirror.
Oof, okay, well, 6-0 here for XiaoHai. And I remember, I mean, XiaoHai has put out a lot of those little ratio lists over there for, you know, people so that they are forced to use different characters to learn different characters. What was it, like 22 points maximum? And I think like Kula and Cronin are both 11 points, right?
Yes.
So he basically...
Yeah, you are not allowed to use them on the same team. And let's separate them further that, like, there's not even, like, a 1-point character.
Oh, really? Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, I think even Billy and Ramon are actually 2 points. So it's literally impossible.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously they're not using that ratio system right now.
And yeah, I think Hermie is like a 7 or an 8 on that list. Like, he thinks she's pretty good.
Billy should be -2.
Actually, he's -4 or more.
Oh! Ba-dum-bum. Yeah, on hit. On hit, dude. Oh god.
The thing is, though, is that like even if you fix that, he still kind of buns.
Yeah,
he doesn't
that's the least of his concerns right now. So, I mean, I feel like Billy was put in the game just to make Ramon players not be able to say that though he's the worst character in the game anymore.
I think it's literally that they decided a long time ago that Hein wasn't going to be in the game, and they didn't have anyone else to put there.
Damn.
Because, like, how do you make him worse than 14 that bad? Like, it hurts.
Oh, no, that's not going to juggle. Okay, that was air hit right there.
Nah, but he's still got it to break, so he's still safe.
But here we go again. I mean,
Get tossed.
we've only seen what XiaoHai's Cronin once, right? And this is the
so.
last game here potentially. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting question if they're gonna have balance patches in the Orochi CYS drop.
I won't be surprised if there's a minor balance patch, but not a major one. But who knows?
Okay, there you go.
But
Again, XiaoHai's Kula just taking down Beach and A. And XiaoHai's one character away from 7-0ing this entire set.
I really don't want to, but really I should just pick up Kula. I really should.
Okay, at least Kula's dead.
Oh, and how?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Like, I'm wondering if they do have a balance patch, are they going to nerf Cronin, right? I mean, I feel like they would have to, right, at this point.
Yeah, the question is like what you take down about these characters that doesn't remove enough fun.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like, you want to keep them strong, you want to keep them fun, but you don't want them to be the best character in the game.
And, you know, the fair thing about KOFXV is that even then, even where we're talking about Cronin and Kula as the best characters, it's not like that they're, like, prohibitively that much better than everyone else. It's just that, you know, have-nots kind of thing.
Yeah.
They have a lot.
No, I mean, like, honestly, even in the state of how redonkulous Cronin is right now, he's still not as bad as, like, half the top tiers were in 14.
Oh, man. You saw at the end right there, MOK was getting he was going for it, and he had all these hits, and he kept dropping everything. I swear that sequence right there for MOK was just like, please don't go 0-7, don't go 0-7. He really wanted that last character.
That's true, but I think also part of it is that raw max was an input error.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty sure he went like stand C quick max or something, and the C didn't come out.
Right, exactly. So just a lot of drops right there at the end. Like I said, I think was just a lot of nerves right there on his part. But there you go, XiaoHai with a 7-0. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that this is uncommon. This is definitely something he does a lot to people. I mean, again, I told the story last time that there was the, you know, XiaoHai versus Japan, 1 versus 10, and he won. So that's how it works. But there you go. If you guys enjoyed this, though, definitely follow, subscribe here to twitch.tv/UltraChenTV. We'll be trying to put as many of these as we can up. And so a lot more of these sets. Again, shout outs to GZDojo for giving us these videos to put out there for you guys to watch. Yeah. Any last words?
Watch Synchronize on Wednesdays.
There you go. All right. Take care, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.